Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show featuring the Zoom Homies, produced by LK Productions. Yeah, there's no sound because I haven't started speaking yet, Roy. Welcome into Thursday, April 27th, 2023 edition of Zoom Homies with Ken Stout Live. I am your host, Ken Stout, and we already have William Dawson, great guy, and Josh is trying to connect to audio, and it looks like he's having some difficulties, so we'll see how that goes. I'll go ahead and unmute everyone. They should be being heard over YouTube now. So if you guys could say hi to YouTube chat for me.
Hello, YouTube.
Like
let me turn you to the...
Put the cat on the light. We know who the star of the show is.
the Princess Cam.
Precious Cam. Oh, me.
I got a lot done today.
Sounded like you did. What little bit I was trying to keep up with chat.
All my grass cut, the back, 2 front sides, edged everything up, emptied the lawnmower, did some weed whacking on my neighbor's yard, watered my plants.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, we currently have rain right now, and I would imagine it's headed your way.
Yeah, we're supposed to get rain all day tomorrow. And I put down 3 bags of soil.
Oh, you have been busy. My goodness.
And I jumped in the shower and I had a big roast beef sandwich with onions and tomatoes and horseradish.
I did absolutely nothing today. I took Mrs. K to work, took some medicine, and slept most of the day. I don't know where Alex is at. He sent me a message, said he can't get into Zoom because it's waiting room was on or whatever. Oh well. I want to wait for a couple more people to show up. I did leave Zoom last night, right?
Yeah.
I thought I did. When I woke up this morning and I came in here, my 2 television monitors were off, as they should have been. My 2 regular monitors were off, as they should have been. And when I hit the space bar, they popped immediately on. But I was logged into Zoom with the camera running, with no one there. Very strange. Then, let's just add injury to insult. I'm scrolling through Facebook earlier today, and up pops a post from someone that I unfriended a while back. And by a while back, I mean like a year ago or longer. So I found that to be odd. And then, let's just add the icing on the cake, so to speak. Wintermute set this up where the monitors will go to sleep in an hour. 4 hours rolled by today and monitor still never went to sleep. So I don't know
Maybe,
what. Yeah, I don't.
maybe the setting got changed somehow.
Somehow I'm almost 100% sure a setting had to get changed, but I didn't change it. Roy said someone hacked my computer. I hope not. The thought entered my mind briefly.
I did it.
I thought maybe Windows did an update yesterday since it was Tuesday, and you never
Yeah,
know.
they did. I got them.
Um, we checked that on Daily Da Vinci today, and there were no updates that I got, so I don't know what it is.
I
Now
had three yesterday.
3 updates yesterday.
Yeah,
Wow. I hope there isn't a virus. No, the scan showed there was no viruses. I don't know what it was or is. I finally convinced myself that a reboot was in order, which is what I did, and seems to be okay now. We'll see. Hello, Alex.
Hello, Ken.
Josh, if you can hear us, you might want to disconnect and come back because it shows that you're still connecting to audio. Bobby Warren says he wants to upgrade the SSD on his computer. Checked out, it's a lot of money for it. Depends on what size of drive you're getting.
their gigabytes are cheap. They're down under $40.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
seriously, 1 terabytes are like, I don't want to say dirt cheap, but they're affordable now.
I remember when we built my mom's computer 5 years ago, literally 5 years ago this month or next month. A 970 Evo Samsung was $200 just for the SSD. It was only 500 gigabytes. And 8 gigs of RAM was $100.
Well, prices are going up as they should. I mean, that's just the way the world works. So let's see what we can do to help Josh here. Can we throw him back in the waiting room and readmit him and see if that will speed up his logging in or not? Doesn't show him connected to audio any longer.
Apparently it works now.
Yeah, possibly. I don't see anybody in the camera. I just see part of a chair, it looks like, down there in the lower right-hand corner.
If you
500
click on
gigabyte. Yeah.
If you click on participants, it doesn't show the microphone next to his name, only the camera. So
Yeah, so he's not connected to audio. That's true. Yeah, there's no, obviously he didn't have any lights on. Probably not even there.
oh well.
So
There was a job. There was an IT job just posted today for one of the school districts around here. I applied, but it's a pain in the butt trying to apply for the school district, one of the school districts, because they want literally every piece of information that you've got.
yeah, I'm sure they do. Is it
Especially
one?
during around kids.
Yep. Is it one you're going to have teacher's credentials to do?
No, shouldn't. It doesn't even say. It doesn't even say that you got to have a degree to do it.
Well, wish you luck. So in case no one's noticed, I do have the Jurassic Park background, which was nearly impossible to find on the internet. Oh, wait, did I say nearly impossible? It was impossible to find on the internet. Bonus points for whoever can figure out how I have that as my background.
You screenshotted it out of a video that you was watching.
Nope. Did not. Any more guesses? You're close, though. You are close. No, it's not on a video. That is actually this t-shirt that I'm wearing that I took a picture with the camera. I went into Greg's favorite program, Da Vinci, and I mashed out everything but Jurassic Park, expanded it, Perfect. Now I'm going to start creating my own backgrounds.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Thank you. I thought it was too. Thought that was pretty ingenious of me after spending about 40 minutes trying to find this specific background to match this shirt. I thought, wait a minute, I'm doing this the hard way.
You know what I would have done though? I would have taken a picture of your shirt and uploaded that picture to Google Images so you can do a reverse image search and see if you can find it that way.
What's wrong with this one? This one works just fine.
Nothing. I'm just saying that's probably how I would have done it. I wouldn't have thought to take a picture of it, go into some video editing software and
Nah, not a big deal. I looked through pages and pages and pages of Jurassic Park images on t-shirt, psychedelic Jurassic Park, you name it, I looked for it. So Josh is not coming through. I thought I saw movement in the background though on his camera. I can't really tell. Let me spotlight him and see if that helps or not. Spotlight for everyone. And I can't tell if that's just the light bouncing off of whatever that is in the background or if there's actual movement. Hard to say. I also made a slight adjustment to the macro, and we'll see how that goes tonight. And he ain't going to rest till you're in jail, so you got to dodge him and you got to duck him. Who am I? You are Smokey and the Bandit, eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. And you're going to do what they say can't be done. You've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I love it when someone tests knowledge like that.
You mean you can't sing it? I would say it's almost impossible for me to recite words to a song without singing it in my head.
I can barely talk right now, let alone sing. I said, damn, he knows his lyrics. Yes, Jerry Reed. I can picture that scene just as vividly. Hey, Josh is with us, but do we have microphones? Still no microphone, Joshy. Joshy says something knowing we can't hear him. We could have a little bit of fun with this. We could say anything we want. And Josh can't reply because we can't hear him.
He's got a speaker in his hand. I'm guessing he can't hear us. He's got that look on his face again, though. So,
Hi, Tim Soul. Josh, I would leave Zoom if I were you and come back because your camera is working, but your audio is not. And see if that fixes it. I didn't realize there were 5 Bandit movies. Wow.
he got one thing. He got one thing fixed and broke another.
Maybe he's just pretending. Yeah. Well, no. On the participants list, it shows that his microphone is not working. So, and he doesn't have the red microphone on over his name. If I
know what it is. He's using the Yeti, I bet you, and I can in it. When he puts his face up, I can see the red flashing light, which I bet you is probably the red flashing mute light on the Yeti.
Yep, I agree.
If you press that, it'd probably turn on.
Yep, he's got that grin on his face. Well, he's just going to leave. You're right, though. I saw the blinking light, too, so that's what it is. Cut the red wire, Josh. True. No, don't tell Josh that. He will cut the red wire. Anyway, let's see if this helps. Or not. Nope. Josh, if you can hear us, give us a thumbs up. Josh Kinder.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Was your Yeti on mute?
It wasn't, no. Why?
No, was it on mute before? We still see a flashing red light.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It wasn't.
All right. So I hear you might have gotten Fortnite running.
Yes, I did.
And how did you do that?
It's updated the Intel drivers,
I thought,
graphics.
I thought you guys did that earlier, like on Saturday.
They came out with another update that I installed last night. That I installed it today, and it worked.
Oh. So you didn't go live, you just tested it?
I didn't go. Yeah, I just tested it.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
They
Yeah.
made a boo-boo on the driver.
With that,
They made a boo-boo on the driver.
Yeah, they did.
yep.
So did your old machine get delivered yet? Oh, the old tomorrow excuse. Okay.
Josh, it really doesn't sound like you're using the Yeti. I mean, your audio sounds maybe like you're using a webcam or something.
Josh, move toward the Yeti and speak.
Not that one.
Nope, you're not using the Yeti. You're using your camera audio.
Hold on.
That better?
There
Yeah.
you're on the now you're on there. Now you're on the Yeti. Yes, that's much better. Hello, Brian. It says you are here. Are you there? If you're there, where am I? In your background. Right there. Okay. I sort of thought that's where I was at, but I wasn't sure. Gettysburg, as in Gettysburg, the Civil War Gettysburg, or is it another Gettysburg? I've stunned him. I've got him thinking.
It was a gift.
This was
I think it was from Gettysburg, China.
Yeah, this was a $2 t-shirt at Walmart. That's why I bought it. That's can't beat a $2 t-shirt, especially when it's got something printed on it too.
I'm not even gonna bother putting over the on and setting it up and, you know.
Are you talking about your new computer or your older computer?
My new computer, I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Aunt Mary probably does absolutely no use of OBS whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
So there'd be no point in doing that. My shirts were free, always free hand-me-downs. Yeah, I've had a couple of those too, as well. I can go ahead and disable that. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Keep the bell on. So
I admit for a part when I installed the driver, well, I couldn't properly make it any low.
famous last words.
Yeah.
Yeah. About the time you think you can't make something any worse, guess what?
I do.
That's exactly what's going to happen. Yep. So, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, you go first. Mine's going to be a few minutes.
Oh, go ahead. You're fine.
I was going to request do you have a poll tonight to see if everyone on our stream, what they think is going to happen. I hold in my hand a little flash drive that I picked up from the bottom of the washing machine.
Oh.
So this might have had all those pornographic pictures that you sent me, Ken, but it's clean by now. So here's the poll. The question in the poll is, as when I stick it in the machine, is it going to work? Yes or no?
Ski Man
Yeah.
says it will work. John
Or
Johnson.
will it short out my complete USB on the computer?
How long has it been out of the washer?
It's about 6 hours.
I'd say, yeah, I'd let it dry. Roy says let it dry out thoroughly. I would agree with that. John
Okay,
John's
I'll put it in.
the wife's computer.
I put it in a bag of rice if I were you.
John Southern
No,
Exposure says hello.
it's not Japanese.
I dropped John John's link. He's up to 858 subscribers, I believe. I'm trying to get him to help him to get to 1,000. If you all would go to his channel and subscribe if you haven't already, I would appreciate that. And if you do any live streaming, or if you go somewhere where you can post a link, put his channel in there and let's see if we can get him to 1,000. That'd be quite an accomplishment. So, can I do a poll while I'm live? That is a good question.
Yes, you can. You've done it before.
That doesn't mean I can do it. I mean,
Yes, I agree with Greg. You've done it before. Because I was thinking, remember, because one of your poll questions was, how long do you want to put Alex in the waiting room for?
The rest of the meeting.
Well, it works.
I haven't done the poll yet. Doggone it.
I was impatient.
Is it empty or does it have stuff on it?
No, it's a boot drive, and I think it's for Windows 10 or 11. But I can't tell. How can you tell? Well, they're dated, the files are dated 9/8/22.
If it's got a bunch of folders that say like sources and UE and EFI and a setup executable, then it's a Windows.
Well, that would be 10 or 11. That's just what I said. Which is it? How can you tell?
Right click on the setup file, go to properties, and under the details, it should tell you the version number there.
Yeah. Right click on the setup. Okay, I'm there. I'm with you.
I thought you were there. Are you with Alex? Or are you there? I'm confused.
Hello, confused. How are you tonight?
Confused. How are you?
What it just has is the properties tab is general tools, hardware sharing, and customize. There's no information on it on setup executable. This may not be Windows, but it's got a boot manager EFI and an EFI folder.
Yeah, I've got a lot of
Support.
music on a flash drive as well, Jaden. It never leaves the car unless I want to add music to it. Then I run in here, add the music, and put it right back in the car.
All right, I'll work on this for a few minutes.
I've done that before. Put music on a flash drive and played it in my truck.
Yep, we've got quite a bit of music on a flash drive.
I've done that in our van. Done it once or twice.
Your van has a hard drive in it, though, don't it, Alex?
It does. The radio actually does have a hard drive in it, but it's only a whopping 30 gigs.
That will hold a lot of music,
I believe. You can actually, if you have a CD in the drive, I believe you can actually rip the CD to the hard drive.
you can.
While you're in the car going on the road.
The CD player in my truck is under the console between seats. That's an odd place to have it. It's deep under it, like on the floor, all the way down. It's hidden.
I've got a Windows USB right here. Let me see what I see here.
Yeah, I can't see the importance of having a hard drive in your vehicle so you could transfer files while you're driving down the road. Kind of not seeing that point.
I've got a Windows USB drive right here, and if I right click on the setup file and go to properties, the last tab at the top is details, and then then it'll show you the version, right? The version there. And if it starts with 10 dot and then there's a number, it's Windows 10.
Yes, I realize that. This setup does not have a details tab.
Oh,
It's general tools, hardware, sharing, and customize, of which they give no info. Well, that's interesting. Under the hardware, it lists my drives on my computer system. So it can't be a Windows installation disk.
Recovery disk. Recovery flash drive.
Recovery? I don't need no stinking recovery. I never made one.
Blazing Saddles, by the way.
If it's got an EXE, you could always click on the EXE and see what comes up and then just cancel it out.
Or if you're
Formatting C.
yeah, exactly. If your luck's like mine, you're reversible.
Okay, here we go. Following the Alex.
Share your screen. Share your screen. And I'll go over and share the screen with.
Oh, you want me to share the screen?
Yeah, and I'll share it with YouTube.
Deleting system 32.
So I've got YouTube
Got rid
running.
of
All right.
I got rid of the Dell computer today.
Just here we go. Setup executable. Properties.
It looks like it's Windows 10.
Well, that's interesting. Now there's a details tab.
Yeah, but you can't click on it, can you?
Windows installer. Microsoft Windows operating system, of which you're not allowed to see the final words on there, but product version 10 doesn't mean it's 10, because that's the same information you get on 11, product version 10.0. That's the inside joke with the Windows 11 users. They all laugh at people, the Windows 10 people that put down Windows 11. It says Windows 10.
Well, I've got
but
if I open command prompt on Windows 10, I get where it says version 10.0.19045.2913. What does it show up on your command prompt, Brian?
Say that again?
What does it show as a version when you open command prompt at the top?
You mean aside from this?
Yes.
Hell, he doesn't know.
10.0.22621. And yet this is Windows 11, but it says Windows version 10.0.
It's a different. I just wanted to know if it was a different number than the one that I've got. And it is. So, and I've got the latest version of Windows. I've got the latest, most up-to-date version of Windows 10 on my computer, of course.
Yeah.
So I just was wondering if it was a different number, because it
All
should
right.
be.
We're going to run setup executable.
Famous last words.
Poof.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
John
Trying to
says,
get
how
your
many?
code crossed.
John's got a question in chat. It says,
Windows preparing.
how many here have jumped to
Install
Windows 11?
Windows 10.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes. No, Windows 10. Yeah, okay. Aren't you running 11 though?
yes.
That's what I thought.
It's amazing. Amazing that Microsoft would let you go backwards.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, I was wondering that if you click on next and let it do, would it let you go backwards?
Well, I don't think he wants to find out. So now I will go back to
That was fun.
the main.
If you really
Zoom.
wanted to find out, you could make it like a macro and reflect backup and then just restore it whenever it finishes and if it goes back to 10.
We did not
I
lose
can-
Zoom. Interesting.
And I could push toothpicks underneath my fingernails to see what that feels like too.
Let me know how that goes. So John says, how many here have
I'm
jumped
doing
to
that to clean them out.
Windows 11? And if you did, how's it working for you? So we know Brian's got 11. You like Windows 11?
Absolutely. Would I go back to 10? No.
What about will you go to 12?
Why?
Probably,
What about Windows 13?
probably several months after 12 first comes out. That's what I did with 11. I was waiting for the initial bugs,
Right.
the bugs that make the whole
Why
thing
would
not
you
work at all.
go update?
The main reason why I don't want to go to Windows 11 right now is because I have to support my computer and my mom's computer, and I don't want me to be on 11 and her to be on 10 and have to support two completely different operating systems with each one where the same options are in different places. Like when you right click on the and get the when you right click on any file and get all the options on Windows 11, you have to click on the show more options to get all the copy, paste, and delete and stuff like that.
So I'm guessing you can't do them both at the same time. Why? Why can't you upgrade both computers to Windows 11?
Because I don't want to do that. Because I know the second I upgrade her computer to Windows 11, it'll be where did everything?
It will be what?
His sound bar went out again. I keep telling you, get that doggone thing replaced.
Now, somebody in chat said this was an earlier version of Windows, but I'm looking at the file dates. They're September from 2022, which means this is a later version of Windows 10.
Yeah, I would think so. John said he's going to hang around until 10, which was 2
And
minutes
that
ago.
was because what?
I asked you about why you don't upgrade both of them, and you started off on some tangent about so I figured you needed to go think about it. Oh, either that or your sound bar went out. I'm not sure which.
I told you the reason because I know my mom will complain about it if I do it. She'll notice that it's different and that things are moved around.
That's going to happen in 2025 anyway, is it not?
Well, I'll wait till 2025. But is it not possible that by the time Windows 10 runs out of support, Windows 12 will be out? Is that not a possibility?
It's still going to be different, Alex. It doesn't matter what version it is. Right?
Right.
May I make a suggestion?
No.
Go ahead, Josh.
You can always put clapper spell on there.
Oh, good
and you
Lord.
clap it spell. Because that's what I do. That's what I'm running.
That's what I'm running.
I do that anyway. She's already got that on there.
Then she won't know if any different.
Yeah, I mean, if you... I'll just stay confused.
My amp
Sean.
doesn't even use the other start menu. I always tell her to go to the one that I put in.
Well, I mean,
I went to buy a brand new Cadillac, but they had moved the cigarette lighter 6 inches to the right compared to my 10-year-old Cadillac. So I'm not going to get that new Cadillac. They've moved everything around.
That's not even the same thing as comparing apples and oranges.
Okay, so what have they moved? What have they moved around?
Exactly.
Do they even have cigarette lighters in cars anymore?
No.
Probably
Well,
not.
yeah. Well, they have the socket for it, but everyone calls it a 12-volt power plug now. Oh,
Yeah.
They just changed the icons around like they like to do like all these phone manufacturers like to do whenever there's a new update for Android.
now I'm
or
waiting
whatever.
for everyone to say, "Oh, they moved the taskbar to the center of the screen." Really?
Then
Oh,
Two mouse clicks moves
So-
it back to the left. 2 mouse clicks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too much. That's too
I
complicated.
have a question. On Windows 11, if you use Classic Shell at the old start menu, it keeps both start menus there.
yes,
yeah.
I don't want
and even on Windows 10 it does. but on Windows 11, because the start menu is in the middle, if you have the and you still have the Windows 11 menu set to the middle of the screen, it will Classic Shell will still put its icon in the left hand corner. So
I used start as back.
The
I don't like
990
Classic Shell that good.
successor of the 980 Pro, and according to Samsung, it is supposed to offer a huge performance increase over the older model, and it is supposed
I
well,
muted you,
I've been
Sean, because I
using
don't know what you were watching.
well, I've been using Classic Shell on both of our computers since original 8. Haven't had a
Windows
had a
5
problem.
So,
got
I'm
volume cap bar.
super confused that if you have it set up right now, Windows 10, and it's pretending to be what, Windows 7 or Windows 8, and your mom's
It's
okay
not
with that?
pretending to be nothing. I
Well,
mean,
sure, it's pretending to be, because you're not running the actual operating system. You're manipulating it to look like something else. So it's pretending to be something else. My point is, can't you do the same thing with Windows 11 and it'll be the same thing?
I don't.
Yeah, maybe.
How many people watched Carrie Holzman tonight? I know Greg did. I know
Me.
Chris did.
I
Carrie
did.
who?
I watched some of it.
Carrie who?
Yes, exactly.
I'm not.
Well, he was talking about something with what Brian just said made me think of it was somebody said their tablet takes 90 seconds to boot up. So he went through 16 minutes of showing his tablet boot up in about 35 seconds. What?
They said an update, a forced update did it, I believe. He went on
Yeah,
about
that was
yeah.
about the fourth update to Windows with Android 11.
Our
The closing
computers
that
still
one-
run Windows
11.
10, Ken, not Windows 7. I just put the menu in there because she likes the.
And let me guess, these two intelligent people between the 18 seconds and whatever the other time was, never bothered to compare what's in their startup scripts and what services are running on boot up. They never
No.
bothered to compare that. They only wanted to look at the time on the clock and said, oh, something's wrong.
Yep.
It's what if
Ski Man says bingo.
what
yeah.
if one of the
Yes.
what if one of the websites she uses all of a sudden changes the total layout the way it is they present it from the next day? What are you gonna do then?
Called Ghostbusters.
We'll
That's
never
what I
go
would
back
do.
to that website again, of course.
I don't know, Alex. It
10 to
seems
11
like
the same story.
if you're masking it to be something it's not now, and you can do the same thing with Windows 11, then I mean, I personally am not going to go to Windows 11 for a while, like October 17th, 2025. But that's just
For
me.
the record, on the classic Shell start menu, it
Wait a minute. Hold on. Did you say for the record?
That's what he said.
the
Okay.
very top option-
Wait. Raise your right hand.
Hold your right hand over your chest.
Hold.
Oh, wait,
Get
left
it
hand.
into,
Wait,
hold
wait.
your right hand up. Get it in the camera. Do you, Alex Brian Cheek, swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? And for the record, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you open up the classic start menu, the very top option on the list is a start menu with Windows in parentheses. If I click that, it goes right back. It opens up the Windows 10 normal original start menu.
Brian, how long
Yo.
did it take you to adapt to the changes between Windows 10 and Windows 11?
Well, how do you define adapt? I mean, I knew there was changes right away, and sometimes I would struggle, like, where the hell do I go to find the settings? But, you know, for each thing within 30 seconds, you'd say, oh, there it is. But overall, to get used to it completely, like right now, probably I'm going to go 4 to 6 months
Really?
until I'm really comfortable where everything is at.
Okay. That's kind of shocking, but okay. I was expecting you to say about 4 or 5 days, but Okay.
You got to remember, see, I've been a long time Windows 10 user,
Mm-hmm.
so I know the evolution of Windows 10. When that came out, people said, "Oh, that's horrible. I want Windows 7, best operating system ever. Windows 10 sucks. It has driver problems. It'll crash your computer. It doesn't have video drivers." And they changed the layout of everything. You can't find anything. Same exact things that you're hearing about Windows 11.
Right.
But so what happened in Windows 10? Oh, there are a bunch of tweaks that came out, registry hacks, and the classic start menu and all that kind of stuff came out on Windows 10. So
Well, actually,
It's-
Brian, the classic start menu started because of Windows 8.0, where nobody could find the option to shut down the computer. That's what started it.
well, nobody could find Windows 8 because nobody wanted it. So it was really 10 and 7. Windows 8 was a wet dream in
Disaster.
the middle.
I
Never
just
had
happened to be, I just happened to be one of the unlucky people that bought a computer that came with original 8.0. But by the time I bought the computer, 8.1 was already out.
This small form
I
factor
heard that.
I got came with a Windows 8 disk.
I heard that Windows 12 was gonna look like a Mac.
No.
Mac OS.
I noticed
So-
one of the comments, John says Windows 7 was awesome. He's absolutely correct. It was real easy to use and all problems like that. But for security purposes, it was an absolute disaster. And that's why all these changes got made with 8, beginning with 8, 10, and 11. And everyone blamed Microsoft for going out on a
Then-
limb with all this security crap. Microsoft was just doing what the people wanted them to do. I want to have my own user account. I don't want people to look at my records and all kinds of stuff like that.
Right.
So
I
what
mean,
did
Windows-
Josh just say? Windows 12 is going to look at like what?
A Mac.
A Mac OS. It's gonna have a floating taskbar and everything.
That's
Oh,
what
Well,
the
no,
rumor is.
that's going to come with 11. The floating taskbar was, I've seen that in the previews that I got already.
Can you lock it where it don't float?
Absolutely. And everybody's going to lock it. Nobody wants a floating taskbar.
By
What do you want it floating around in
I
the
was
middle
getting
of the
ready to say,
screen?
so it goes over here, then over
That's
here.
kind of dumb.
Yeah, they're gonna have a Wi-Fi thing on the top of the screen, the battery thing on the top of the screen. It's gonna look ridiculous.
Well, it may have those capabilities, but whether you want to institute those changes is going to be up to you. They're just giving you the keys to the kingdom.
True.
A floating taskbar. That reminds me of an old Windows 98 virus where you move the mouse and all the icons like stick to the mouse and move around.
Hey,
Now,
hey,
I
Brian.
can't
By the way-
remember in Windows 10, can you move the taskbar to the sides and the top?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
you can.
Okay, that's
Yep,
the
I
big
just
change.
did it.
That's the big change in Windows 11. Bottom and bottom only,
Uh-oh. I just put it on.
without doing registry hacks.
Oh no, I put it on the right-hand side. Now I got to remember how to put it back to
Well,
the bottom.
for the record, I've only ever worked on or seen one person's computer that had the taskbar on the top.
Oh, yeah, there you
99
go.
Josh Kinder.
99% of people have the taskbar on the bottom where it is by default.
Now, all of them, 7, 8, 10, and 11 have had the option to disappear or drop the taskbar down when you're running full screen on any application.
Right.
Oh, that's been
continues
around
on with
since-
11.
Right.
That's been around since 95.
Right.
I tell
They
you,
haven't changed
So
that.
Windows 11, you cannot move the taskbar to the top or the side?
No.
Nope.
I'm not getting it then. No way. Nope. Nope.
There you go. Okay.
I tell you, one feature I've never liked about Windows 10, but you can disable this, and that is that's the fact that they automatically put the taskbar on all of your screens if you got more than one monitor. I don't like having the taskbar on the second monitor.
Whoa. What? I have my
Windows-
taskbar on one monitor and one monitor only. What in the holy moly are you talking about?
Mine's
Are
on
you
both.
telling me I'm supposed to have taskbars on all my monitors?
No, I'm saying that by default, Windows 10 puts the taskbar on all your monitors if you don't change it.
I didn't change it. I only have one taskbar. Do I need to say that in a foreign language?
I
And you-
can't afford 2 monitors. You guys are too rich.
and
I'm
you'll
out of
s-
here.
You'll see the end credits is running. I want to thank everyone for being here. I'm not going to go back in. It's just going to be the generic thanks, everyone. I have no idea who was first, second, or third. I know Greg was about 4th tonight. I do know that. And this will kick over and go to the end screen, and then I'll end it, and then we'll stay on Zoom for a little bit. I'm not going to be on Zoom very long. Mrs. K and I are going to watch the 2005 version of the Poseidon Adventure.
Gene Hackman.
No, that's the 1975 version, is it not? Is Hackman in the newest one? Dang, was trying to move my sister's taskbar.
Hey Brian, let me ask you, if Windows 7 had so many security issues, why is it that my callers stayed on Windows 7 literally as long as they could until Microsoft pulled the plug on it? They were running around like chickens with their head cut off, trying to
Why are
upgrade
you
their
asking
computer to
me that
Windows.
question? You should be asking your college that question. Are you too cheap to buy new versions of software at this college? I paid my tuition. You
See
took my
everybody
money.
tomorrow. There may be a Daily Da Vinci, by the way. I'm not sure yet. Good night.
Oh, no.